my legacy has always been that, really. There's always been a commitment to music as a legacy too, because I always thought it was important.
The music world has long been fueled by rivalries, collaborations, and the shared respect among its icons. For years, speculation has swirled about what Eric Clapton, one of rock's greatest guitarists, truly thought of Led Zeppelin, a band that redefined rock music in the late 1960s and 70s. Now Clapton has finally addressed the topic, and his words have sent shockwaves through fans and musicians alike. Was Clapton a quiet admirer of Zeppelin's groundbreaking style, or did he hold reservations about their meteoric rise? The answer, as revealed in a recent interview, is far more nuanced and layered than anyone could have anticipated. To fully appreciate Clapton's comments, one must understand the towering legacy of both Clapton and Led Zeppelin. Eric Clapton, a virtuoso guitarist and pioneer of blues-infused rock, emerged from the British blues scene in the 1960s. With his work in bands like Cream, the Yardbirds, and as a solo artist, Clapton became synonymous with musical excellence, earning the moniker Slow Hand. Meanwhile, Led Zeppelin, formed in 1968, was carving out a new space in rock music. With Robert Plant's soaring vocals, Jimmy Page's innovative guitar riffs, John Bonham's thunderous drumming, and John Paul Jones's multi-instrumental genius, Zeppelin became a phenomenon almost overnight. Their ability to fuse hard rock, blues, and folk created a sound that was as groundbreaking as it was enduring. For decades, fans speculated whether Clapton saw Zeppelin as allies in pushing musical boundaries or as competitors who overshadowed his contributions. The silence from Clapton only added to the mystique, until now. In an intimate conversation with a respected music journalist, Clapton was asked directly about his thoughts on Led Zeppelin. This question was met with a contemplative pause, signaling that the topic was not one Clapton took lightly. When he finally began to speak, his tone was both measured and reflective. Clapton admitted that he had long admired Zeppelin's musical ingenuity, particularly the craftsmanship of Jimmy Page. Page had this way of blending raw energy with meticulous detail, Clapton remarked. He wasn't just playing notes, he was painting entire landscapes with sound. However, Clapton didn't shy away from addressing the comparisons that often emerged between his own work and Zeppelin's. There was this narrative in the media that pitted us against each other, but I never saw it that way. We were all part of a movement to explore the boundaries of what rock could be. Clapton's comments weren't purely about admiration. He also opened up about moments of tension and the inevitable comparisons that came with being contemporaries in an era of musical revolution. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a sense of competition, Clapton admitted. When Zeppelin came onto the scene, they were loud, they were bold, and they captured the zeitgeist in a way that was almost intimidating. He reflected on a pivotal moment when he first heard Whole Lotta Love, the iconic track that solidified Zeppelin's dominance. I remember thinking, wow, this is a force to be reckoned with. It was different from anything I was doing at the time, but it was undeniably powerful. Clapton also touched on the personal dynamics between himself and Jimmy Page, both of whom had once played in the Yardbirds. Page and I had a shared history, which made their success all the more intriguing to me. It was like watching a brother find his own voice, but in a way that shook the world. When Eric Clapton finally broke his silence about Led Zeppelin, it was more than just words. It was a moment of historical significance in rock music. Clapton didn't just praise Zeppelin casually. He delved into specifics, highlighting Jimmy Page's artistry as a technician with the soul of a poet, and John Bonham's drumming as raw emotion given rhythm. He recalled watching them at the Royal Albert Hall, their energy so electric it felt like the room was vibrating with something ancient and primal. Clapton candidly shared how Zeppelin's meteoric rise stirred feelings of vulnerability in him, moments of questioning whether his contributions could match their groundbreaking sound. Yet, instead of resentment, he described how their innovation pushed him to evolve, reigniting his passion for risk and artistry. This wasn't just admiration, it was a reflection on the shared journey of artists in an era defined by extraordinary talent. Clapton acknowledged that Zeppelin's bold experimentation didn't just raise the bar, it opened doors for everyone in rock. His words weren't only a tribute to Zeppelin, but also a recognition of the communal spirit of music, a force that challenges and inspires artists to reach new heights together. The response to Clapton's revelations has been overwhelmingly positive. music fans have taken to social media to express their admiration for Clapton's humility and candor. It's amazing to see two legends acknowledge each other's brilliance, one fan wrote. Another commented, "This is the kind of perspective that reminds us why these artists are timeless." Even members of the music industry weighed in, with several prominent artists praising Clapton's ability to reflect on his journey without ego. "It's rare to see someone of Clapton's stature speak so openly about his peers," said a well-known rock critic. Clapton's words about Led Zeppelin mark a significant moment in the history of rock music. They serve as a reminder that even the greatest artists are inspired by their peers, and that mutual respect can transcend rivalry. This revelation adds a new layer to Clapton's legacy, showcasing not just his talent, but his capacity for reflection and growth. For Led Zeppelin, it reaffirms their place as innovators who earned the respect of even the most discerning musicians. In the end, Clapton's comments underscore a universal truth. Great art is never created in isolation. It is the result of shared inspirations, healthy competition, and a willingness to acknowledge the brilliance of others. As fans continue to celebrate both Clapton and Zeppelin, this moment will stand as a testament to the enduring power of music to unite and inspire. Eric Clapton's candid reflections on Led Zeppelin provide more than just insight into the relationship between two of rock's most iconic forces. They offer a window into the collaborative and competitive spirit that defined an era of musical innovation. His words resonate as a powerful testament to the impact Zeppelin had on the industry and on fellow musicians who were redefining the boundaries of sound. This newfound openness from Clapton has not only rekindled interest in the shared history of these legends, but also reminded fans why both names continue to command reverence. Clapton's willingness to celebrate Led Zeppelin's achievements, alongside his own highlights, the humility and perspective that comes with true artistry. As the dust settles on this revelation, one thing remains clear. The legacies of Eric Clapton and Led Zeppelin are inextricably linked, not by rivalry, but by their shared commitment to pushing the boundaries of music. Their mutual respect, now openly acknowledged, serves as a fitting reminder that greatness is often amplified when it exists in the presence of other greatness. For fans and musicians alike, this story underscores the timeless power of rock to connect, inspire, and transcend.